I don't know if that's any better or not. Are they still no audio, Karen? Let me try here. Just give me a sec, y'all. Okay, everybody. I think that probably fixed that. Karen says, "Okay, now." Well, I'm happy. It's hard to read lips, isn't it, y'all? I'm doing the best I can till that stuff all gets worked out on my laptop. I mean my desktop that boy is fixing for me, so we can carry. We can do our auctions. We can do our music. We can do whatever we want to do. But right now, all I have is the big laptop, and it's not very good, y'all. I like this backdrop that I found. I thought, boy, I wished I was there. That may be the White Cliffs of Dover. I'm not sure. That's beautiful. I thought, boy, I wouldn't be up in that little airplane or that deal. But I'd be enjoying that water. I'll tell you, that water would be good on my body. Uh yeah, Karen Ann, good job. Zippity doo, hello. You can hear me now. I don't know. I punched the wrong button, but y'all, that's just Billie Jean in here probably screwing up something of mine. I haven't had a chance to even message Granny Pat or anything. Well, maybe 2 days ago. But I had to go get my blood out, as y'all, ones of you that watched that video from lunch. I think they took too much out. I think vampire got a hold of me, and I was pretty woozy, kind of, you know, because that blood, if you get too much out, you get woozy. And I think I got woozy. So I had to even sit over at the hospital, the cancer center, after they did the blood, because I told the girl, I said, "Ooh, I don't feel right. I'm kind of woozy." And she said, "Well, let me get you." So she got me, "What do you need?" I said, "Well, get some orange juice first. Maybe that's my blood sugar." Well, she checked it. It was only around 112. So then she got me some orange juice, and then I drank a deal of water, and I ate some cookies. And hi, Alan. Good to see you from Dayton, Ohio. Yes. I'm glad you could join us. So Mom's in there directing, of course, from her antique bed. Uh, she's the one that come in here. Y'all told me that there was no sound, but I could hear her little house shoes. I know. I knew before she ever got in here. I thought she's going to tell me there's no picture or no sound, because I'd just gone in there and fixed her big the screen TV, so she could watch this, because she's always watching something. I'll go in and just a little bit before, because she don't need to wait until I get stuff set up. And I thought, something's going wrong, because here comes those little house shoes trucking down there, going to tell me. Uh, I did go to the library today, y'all, and I went through their new section. They've got a new section of cookbooks. And I thought this was kind of an interesting, and I bet you can get it because it's a award winner. I'm kind of going to be hard to see. Start Here. It's for those people who really don't know anything about cooking. And I thought, let me look through this while I was up there. And it's got everything you would need, from about chef knife, rolling pins, bread knife, the sweets, the meats, the grated matchstick potatoes. I mean, it tells you all the stuff that it's kind of probably a revised edition of Miss Julia Childs' first cookbook that I have the signed copy of. She tried to make it easy for everybody. Housewife, not housewife, house husband, I guess they'd say. She really put a lot of work in that cookbook. But this has got basics on dough rolling, and it's going to be a refresher course for me. But I thought, I'm going to go on, and I might be able to, once the new computer gets up, maybe there's a way that I can screenshot this and follow this, and it might make an interesting way of introduction to cooking that I could learn from again, and y'all could learn from, and maybe learn again, because y'all are pretty good cooks. A lot of you tell me a lot of good things. And so I thought, so I got 3 cookbooks there at the library. The other 2, one was a Mexican cookbook, and there was some flan that I want to try that's in that cookbook. Hi, Wanda. How are you? I love flan, and I bet y'all do too. Most everybody's had flan. Alan says, I check out cookbooks from the library. It saves on buying cookbooks you may not like. True. That's very knowledgeable. Like I've told y'all, I've got so many Texas cookbooks, it's unreal. Southern cookbooks, Texas cookbooks. I hardly ever reference any of those except Grandmother's Cookbook, the Better Homes and Garden Cookbook, and then there's another one that I really reference a lot, and it's so threadbare. The pages, I bet it's from 1920. It might have been, let's see, my grandmother was born in 1907, so it was probably before the turn of the century. And it's really, she may have been my great grandmother's, but it's got the how to churn butter and all that stuff. That was their new inventions back then. This cookbook, a lot of them, they had to grind their own flour and stuff, and then they had to use other things because they didn't have baking powder. They used the chemist. They'd go to the pharmacy and get some. I can't remember it. It was a powder, but it did similar. Didn't do like our baking powder does now, and they didn't have the pre-made flours, and of course they had sugar. Most of the sugar, though, down there on the river was sugar cane, And I remember as a little boy, going down there and seeing them put those stalks into the juicer, and there'd be an old ox or mule, and they'd turn that wheel around, that wooden cog, and that sugar cane would get caught in there, and then it would go into a vat, and then that vat would go through a tube into siphon it into big old jugs. Then they'd cook that down, and boy, the smell, uh, it was something. It's nothing you can forget. Partially bitter, partially really good. Once it got even more sugarized, uh, yeah, all that stuff I taken, and I enjoyed learning that stuff. Because as a kid, nowadays especially, most people that grew up in the city, that would be in their 60s or 70s, they didn't experience it because they didn't grow up on a farm. And the kids nowadays, they will never experience it because it's not done. It's all done. Most of it's processed, and things are made that they'll never know how it's made. So I'm glad that I lived during that, and learned from older people. Now, mother's 93, but I mean, when I was a kid, my grandmothers, uh, the neighbors, they're all gone because they were 70s, maybe some close to 90s. So I remember there was a man and his wife. They didn't have any children, and they lived close to us. And she always said, "Let me get a little drink." She always said, "Billie Jean, come here and sit in my lap." Well, she didn't really have a lap. She was just kind of fluffy, very fluffy. So, when she'd pick me up, I'd just kind of, I don't know, sit there and kind of slide, kind of slide on her gingham dress. They were the sweetest people in the world, the best people in the world. He was a farmer and she was a housewife, but boy, could she cook. I remember she made coconut cakes, she made strawberry cakes. I would sit in the kitchen. She'd put me on a chair or up on the cabinet when I was even younger. And so I learned from her. We'd go gather eggs, and then we'd bring those eggs in. And it just amazed me that those chickens laid those eggs, you know, and we'd wash them out there under the garden hose, and then we'd take them in the house, the ones that we're going to use, because you don't wash until you're ready to use them. And so we would make that coconut cake, and the smell of that little bitty house, little clapboard house. And I'm not so sure. The internet, see, it's getting late. Remember, I told y'all if it's 8 o'clock or 8:30, which it is here, the internet will hang up, and that's why I quit doing lives. So I'll try to go on my story. So she would make that coconut cake and strawberry cakes, and boy, when I was a kid, I had it from all sides, from my grandmother, my aunt Ooch, uh, Miss Mills. There was just people, and then the church on Sunday would have spread out the food, and so I never was denied good home food, especially good homemade desserts, because they were just so readily available because we had so many good cooks. And I guess that's what got me into enjoying cooking, because after I go into college, hi Sheila, good to see you. Glad you got here. How's Arkansas? Uh, just telling one of my stories, little stories, because I don't tell many stories. Uh, it's because half the time I can't remember the words to use to explain what I'm talking about, and that's getting better. You'd think after that COVID, I think it kind of helped my brain. Maybe it shocked it or something because I've been remembering things, y'all, that I hadn't remembered. But getting back to I think that's why I really delved into cooking, because when I went to college, and my grandmother was really old by then, and now mother cooked 3 meals a day, you know, um, and we had about the same thing that probably everybody in the world has in the United States. We had pot roast on Sunday, and squash and creamed potatoes, and those little rolls that you mother never made. She made them a few times, homemade rolls. Now grandmother, she could, and mother could. It's just those little what are they called? Just dinner rolls. They got the little slit kind of in the middle. You just brown and serve. That was it. Brown and serve rolls. So everybody had those. But when I got in college, the kids, oh, we're hungry, and I thought, I am too. And there's no place I want to eat that can cook, and that's what started me in uh, just learning basic cooking. Uh, Not really basic because I'd already learned all the stuff, but I delved into, and then I went into the culinary and learned as much as I could. And I never did continue my school in the culinary because I was in the interior and fashion, and I took that as kind of a side elective. It was still a good school and still a very good school. It's just that I didn't finish because I didn't need to. I had learned a lot of stuff from that culinary school, and then the interior design came in, the fashion design came in. Um, Working at the World Trade Centers, the apparel marts. So I didn't have a lot of time. So once I got where I needed to help take care of my mom, I gave it all up, like I said. And that's when I really started trying to cook again because I knew mother needed to eat healthy foods. She needed nutritious foods. So did I. And you just can't get that. And that's why I'm always griping and bitching about foods being have that shelf stable stuff in it and dyes, and because it's true, it really is true. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. But uh, so I look around and I think, oh, I sure would like one of them old greasy hamburgers. But then I think, no, you don't need that. You don't need McDonald's, you don't need Hardee's, you don't need uh, all this stuff because it's just processed, and you need to go home and cook a roast, so you'll have roast beef or whatever you need, and that's what I do. Sheila says you should write a memoir about all your endeavors. You've done a lot in your life. Yeah, and most of the people that I've worked for, I said I would never write about them, Sheila, because that was that's private. I consider a lot of it to be very private, and the people that I've known, that's very private, and I just never wanted to write uh, about it, even though it would be very interesting for a lot of people. I just haven't got to that point yet, even though they're gone. You know, it's still, I've always been one to be, to respect somebody's memory and to respect a person. Uh, that my grandmother and mother made sure of that. So when I say, no, I ain't lying to you. Well, it's the truth. I do not try to lie to people. I do not try to do anything like that because now, when I was a drinking, and all that stuff. There was probably fibs and stuff like that back then, but I don't drink anymore, so I don't tell fibs, and I just try to be honest with people because Grandma always said your sins will find you out. That's so true. You have to remember that. Hello, David. Hi, David. How are you doing? Good to see you. It's a weekend. I forget today's Friday. Uh, David, the last time he saw me, said I looked a little peaked. Well, yeah, I did. That COVID was not fun, but I made it through it, y'all. My breathing's got even better. You know, I think you have to get better to. I had to get better because Mom needed me, and so you kind of put things just kind of to the side, and she just said, yes, you could just write about your part without naming other people. Yeah, that could be done. But I'm one of those that when I get into a novel or used to, I don't read a lot anymore. But I want to know everything and piece this together and piece this because I was a mystery kind of person. I enjoyed reading mysteries. But my life, it wouldn't be a mystery. It'd just be the notables that I worked for. And I could just say she or he or notable or uh, designer or, whatever. Uh, and I haven't never thought of it that way, Sheila, but I might think about that. I'm still trying to do the cookbook, so I'll probably be dead and gone by the time I ever get to a memoir. I went. Mother went with me today, as I told y'all early before the sound went on over before. David and everybody, I didn't have sound for a little bit. Imagine that. Well, here comes Mother Little Shoes. I'm going to quickly tell this, y'all. Here comes Mother Little Shoes. By that time, people on here had said, we can't hear you. So I knew Mother was on a quest to um, be the director she is at 93 and say, they can't hear you. I can't hear you. So that's fine. We got it fixed. But today we went by a little Salvation Army store because I told Mom, I said, we haven't been to that store. And there was a girl that knew her. And I thought, and she works there as a volunteer. And I said, well, Debbie might be there. And so Mother decided she would get out, and I put her in her little walker thing and took her in. And she did well. She managed because some of you know, with the blood pressure, it said, just laying prostrate in the bed, just laying in the bed is worst thing that can be for a person that's having those low blood pressure problems up on standing. So I thought, well, let me get her out of the house. So she rode in the car upright. And then when we got over to the Salvation Army, she decided she'd go in. And I just let her use her little heavy duty walker. I pushed her for a little bit because you can sit on it and I can push her. Like where y'all saw the fashion show in Oklahoma City, that's the same walker. But she went around and pushed herself on it today in that little store. So uh, we went in there, and the store had been totally, the floors, the paint, everything was clean. It was, you could tell it had been redone, and you could tell the prices were redone. It was like used to, I think, a men's uh, shirt, possibly maybe a polo shirt, would be $1.99, and they'd be pretty good looking. Like they hadn't been worn, they'd been starched and everything, which I take them from cleaners anyway. But you buy it for $1.99, then you have to spend I don't know, $7 at the cleaners. But today the shirts, I could tell, I thought, yeah, they're paying this paint and tile and all this beautiness, which they didn't have to do. The shirts were $9.99, $15.99, $20.99. I thought, And I saw one. I thought, hell, I could get that at Dillard's for 40. I think it's $39. I thought on sale you can get it at Dillard's probably for 18. So they're not going to last long, even though it's Salvation Army. They will not at those prices. I mean, that's why you go bargain hunting. You know, that's what we like. But tomorrow there's an estate sale that my friends are having. They're out of McKinney, and tomorrow is their half price on Saturday. They don't go to Sunday, but they go Wednesday through Saturday, and on Saturdays they're 50% off. So I thought I may drive mother and I over there. I don't know if she'll go in, but I may drive over there and just see. It looked like they had a lot of cowboy boots and nice exotic boots and stuff, and I've got stuff like that. I don't need any of that. And y'all see how I dress. I've got clothes running out But today at the Salvation Army, and I don't know if y'all ever have seen this. I've never seen it. It's called egglets. Have y'all ever seen this? An egglet. It says hard-boiled eggs without the shell. Perfect hard-boiled eggs every time. Can you believe it? I act like I'm doing the commercial. Makes your favorite dishes. Includes 4 egglets. Never been opened. $1.99. Now I know this darn thing on one of them shopping channels or wherever they got their egglets was more than $1.99. Let's open it. Just see what Mom says. As seen on TV. Now as seen on Billie Jean's channel. I don't know if I can get this open. I may throw egglets all over the darn place. I'm trying. Well, it's never been opened. I know that for sure. I simply, Debbie, she says I'm late. Well, you just hold on. I'm fixing to blow this darn box up. Oh. Yeah, it's never been opened. I can tell y'all. Those things look kind of obscene. Look. I guess, here's you a little something. Says use with oil or cooking spray. Now, what in the hell? What would you do with this? Look, see, those are rubber. This is the craziest thing I ever seen. And it might be my new best friend. Billie Jean's new best friend is egglets. I've never seen them before, simply never seen them before, but you're cracking me up opening them. Well, I've never seen anything quite like this myself. And you get a little, well, I don't know. Hold on, y'all. I think you get a little tray to put them in the oven. I'm not sure. See that little tray? So I can say, and you also, with this special offer today, get a little tray to put your egglets in. Now, who would not want some egglets for $1.99? And then if you don't like them as egglets, I guess you could use them as Christmas tree ornaments. You can hang them up, earrings. I don't know. We're gonna try them. Oh, look, it's got a book with it. Got a book. Can't beat the book. Instructions plus easy and fun recipes. So it's not just one thing you can do with these. You can do whatever, I guess. Okay. It gives you cook times. Medium boil, soft boil, hard boil, omelet, egg white, omelet egg substitute, omelet yolk in yellow. Once cooked and cool, twist the cap to remove. Gently squeeze or shake the egg onto a plate. To help loosen your egg from your egglet, run the tip of the spoon around. It's got your photographs. Now, look, we get to recipes. Now, y'all are going to have to get these. Simply Debbie said, you know, they might really turn out to be good. Well, one of my favorite things, y'all, Eggs Benedict. I love Eggs Benedict, and I don't like having to do all that. Deviled eggs, salads. They've got breakfast, Eggs Benedict, Greek omelet, Mexican omelet, avocado egg toast, goat cheese and fresh herbs, chef salad, basic deviled eggs. That's probably what I would use them for is oh, look, here's the Eggs Benedict. See, to get those eggs just right, coddled, you have to coddle those eggs. I said, what does a coddle mean? I asked my teacher. She said, it's just dipping it, getting you a metal spoon and cracking your egg into that spoon and then just dipping it in hot boiling water. I think she meant to dip the spoon or the ladle. It would be a ladle. And then that hot water goes around and it coddles it. So I've had to coddle an egg. But this, I think, is going to be easier. Sheila said she got some at Goodwill. We can try them out together. Everybody go get you some of these egglets and we'll have an egglet party. Y'all can drink wine. I don't drink, so. But I think it might make it more fun if y'all did. Okay. Well, they look pretty good. Look. We're going to try them. Not right now. But that's for $1.99. Can't beat it. All right. So my second thing is I've got every kind of chopper in the world. And yeah, I need another one, don't I, y'all? Well, this is called the twisting vegetable chopper. $1.99. Now, it's by Michael Andrews. I don't know who Michael Andrews is, but if y'all know him, tell him I've got his twisting vegetable chopper. Made in China. I guess he's a designer. I don't know who he is. But it's brand new. I don't want to use something that I do. I buy stuff and install it. But look at that. Looks like a party gift to me, like from Tupperware or something. Wonder how it chops. Wonder how good it is. Let's see. I'm trying, y'all. Hell. Cut your arm off to get it open. Oh gosh. Okay. This is the blade. Kind of rinky dink. It's kind of rinky dinky. I guess it fits down in here. Put your stuff you want to chop in there. Y'all see me use it because I've been needing this because I get tired of sitting there chopping all those fresh herbs now. So do you turn it or chop? No. Well, that's not very exciting. Look, you have to twirl it yourself. I thought you could push it or something. Now this may go back to Salvation Army. They may get this back. See, there's no book with this one like the egglets. Debbie says she loves trying out all kind of kitchen games. Boy, you'd have a ball here. See, look. That, I don't like that. Why didn't they put a spring in it? You know, that would have been a lot better if they'd have put a spring and you just push down on it or something. But you got to sit there and twirl it. Well, Okay, I'm excited about one and not so excited about the other. So, Michael Andrew, you should have designed that better. And if I ever find out who you are, I'm going to write you a letter and tell you your chopper needed to be spring loaded. All right, y'all. That was my. I'm still like this. That was my endorsement, not endorsement. That was just my salvation. And the egglets, we may really like this. If I do, I'm going to see if they sell these, and we might do those as prizes if I can find them. I don't even know if they still, since they're as seen on TV. That may have been from 19. Let's see if there's a. It doesn't have a date on this. But it's BPA, which is the plastic free. So it's got to be within the last little bit. Well, we'll try them and see. Okay, y'all, it's Friday night. Y'all must be home or you wouldn't be watching me. You must be bored or you wouldn't be watching me. I'm not bored. I could sit in there with Mom and watch a movie, which we probably will do. Let me look and see why Granny Pat is not. Let me see. Y'all keep loving that cooking I did. Y'all keep telling me. I'm looking here. Oh, Sheila, I just got that little picture of your baby, grandbaby. He is so sweet, sweet, sweet. He's so sweet. Her little grandbaby's got peppers and tomato. He is precious. Precious, precious, precious. I miss my Justin a lot, but you know, he's in a better place. Granny Pat, she's not been active for 2 hours, so she's probably taking a nap. I bet she is. But we'll start trying to come on if this works out. The internet only hung up one time tonight. So we've been on here for 40 minutes and 42 seconds. Y'all try to subscribe to my channel. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm at 7,700. I would like to get on up to 10,000 by Christmas. And if I get the internet fixed and the desktop fixed, I probably can do it, because then I'm going to have those live antique shows and stuff. I just don't have the bandwidth in this stuff to be able to do it. Even with the beautiful camera, I can't run it on this laptop. I use it to film the good videos, but I want it to where I can have it hooked into the system. A lot of things is going to change. It's going to be better on me. And there's going to be an automated some way chat where it answers questions. And I don't know, this boy is a genius. And he's the one that's designing it for me and everything, not charging me. He just enjoys working and using his brain. I said, well, that's good, because I need somebody that knows how to do this. So I guess I'll get off here. And Mom's in there. I can hear her watching the TV. So I was looking to make sure that I've told y'all everything for this evening. And I'll try to get on here just as soon as I can. God bless you. God bless us. We'll talk to you soon. I'll cook something this weekend. I don't know what. I'm going to that estate sale tomorrow. I may come on tomorrow night and show you if I got anything. It won't be no egglets, so I bet I'm the only one that has those around me. Talk to you soon. Love ya.